What's going on, Trailhead MTB? It's just me today, but I'm going to take you through a bike build. So this is an older Trek Marlin. It was my brother's old bike, and I'm going to convert it into hopefully a dirt jumper. So I'm going to take off this old bike, little rack here in the back. I'm going to hopefully convert it to a 1x drivetrain. It has new pedals, which are really nice. I'm going to take off the front brake and then hopefully clean it up, maybe put some new shocks on it. I have a bunch of parts from my bike that I converted into an enduro bike. So I'm going to try and use those parts up, and we'll see what we can do. So let's get into it, yeah. I'm just going to start off by giving it a little wash. See what we're working with. So, I'm gonna head to the shop, grab a couple parts, grab a couple tools. Let's do it. Alright, so we got a couple parts, got a couple tools. We're gonna start disassembling the bike, disassembling the bike, and then we'll work from there. So let's get into it. Got our socket wrench right here, which is really handy. Bought this one for the bike. It's amazing. It goes from Newton meters, which is amazing. Alright. First, we'll start off by taking off this cage. Oh, I love that low when I get it right. Sweet. So we got the rack off, and now let's take some more stuff off. So the main purpose of this bike is going to be dirt jumps and street riding, which I don't do a ton of, so I don't really care how good it turns out. I hope it turns out better than this. So, shaving weight is important, so I'm going to get rid of the back brake and hopefully change the drivetrain to a 1x. And what that means is I'll show you guys actually. So, for our viewers who don't really mountain bike, a 1x drivetrain basically means, alright, so you can see how right there are 3 chain rings. There's this one, and then this one that the chain is on right now. There's 3 of those, and those are controlled right next to your front brake right there, so you can see. And see, that's not really important for better riders. I'm actually not really sure why they put those on there in the first place, but you know, they did. And some people like them, some people don't. Personally, I don't love them. They're heavier, they're clunkier, they don't run quite as smoothly. I'm more of a 1x kind of guy, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so take this little clasp off here. That one right there. I unscrewed all the bolts. It's now all floppy, but it still has tension from this cable right here, which is connected to that mechanism right there. So to take that little contraption off, I have to unscrew this handlebar and then take the shifter off in the brake so I can relieve tension, get the wire out of the bike, and then get the mechanism off the bike. So let's do it. All right, let's do it. Let's grab our wrench. All right, see if this one works. Perfect, got the handlebar right off. Or not the handlebar, the grip, sorry. And then, hopefully we'll be able to stretch this right off. Yeah, nice. Get the brake off. And now we take this right off. Oh, is it gonna reach? I hope so. We're close, we're close. Let's release some tension. All right. There we go. We got it. So, now I'm going to hopefully unscrew this and take the cable out of here so I can... Oh! I have never done this before. Pretty happy to be working on it, though, because this is really fun to learn. But, I think I have to go inside of here to unravel the housing, which is a Phillips head screwdriver. So I'll be back. I'm gonna grab one of those. Alright, so I did try to figure out how that shifter worked, but then I ended up figuring it out, and I got a little mad, so I just clipped it. So now we're going to try and feed this wire through the housing. We're going to try and feed this wire through the housing and then get it out of the bike, if possible. I don't know I'm hitting there. Alright, so we got the housing off. That's the housing right there. Now this wire is connected all the way down here, right to this thing. So I'll just pull that right out. Nice. Look at that. Look at how that's working for us. Okay, now I have to figure out this thing, how it comes off. So there's got to be something I can unscrew. Alright, so I definitely just did not take a pair of old loppers and cut this piece of metal. That didn't happen. But, yeah, hopefully I'm getting it. Got it off. Look at that. If you want to know how to do something the sketchiest way possible, come to Trail MTB. Alright, so now we got that off. We will take the front brake off, because we don't need a front brake when we're dirt jumping, as we all know. I think we're just going to take, honestly, the whole rotor brake system off, and then we'll save it, just in case you want to sell the bike or put it back on. So yeah, I'll do that real quick. So what I'll do with all these bolts and this brake here is I'll put it in a sandwich bag and then save it, just in case you throw something away and you immediately need it after. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it. So this bike I'm working on right now is a Trek Marlin, 6, I think. Hold on. Oh, 5 right there. It says right there. Trek Marlin 5. And it was a great bike. I had a similar Marlin. I had a 6. That's why I was getting confused. I had a similar Marlin 6. Mine was gray and orange. I absolutely loved the bike. It was my first bike. Couldn't have been a better first bike for me. I rode it and clapped everything out of that bike. But I loved it. It was awesome. Great starter bike. And Marlins are an awesome starter bike if you want to get into the sport. They're not too expensive. I think they're like anywhere from $400 to $800. And I'll take the wheel off. It's been a while since I've purchased one of these non-maxillated wheels. Oh, seriously. There it goes. Boom. Rotor is off. Good work. I don't know why I said good work. That was awkward. So, got the wheel off, got the rotor off, got the front brake and front transmission, jeez, front shifting off. So, yep, I will see what I can do about the actual chain rings. If I can switch to a 1x, that'd be awesome. If not, I'll just run it like this. Not a crazy big deal. But yeah, let's do it. Alright, so I'm going to take the cranks off and convert to a 1x. Alright, so I just did a bunch of research, and it turns out I'm actually unable to make this a 1x drivetrain. And I might be able to make it just like a single chain ring, a single speed, which is one chain in the back. But that's more money, and I don't have the parts right now for that. So I'm gonna hold off on doing anything with the drivetrain. I'm just gonna put the chain on the biggest ring and then call it a day. Not call it a day. Call it a day for the drivetrain, and then swap out a couple more parts, and then do just a quick tune-up. Make sure everything's working all good. I'm gonna use the bike tomorrow, maiden voyage, see how it goes. So no crank switch today. That'll be another day. I'll probably make it into a single speed. But yeah, so I'm just gonna screw the bolts back into the cranks right now and see you then. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna toss the grip back on and then change the seat, and then I just gotta clean it up, and that'll probably call it a day. Turns out I couldn't do as much as I wanted to. I wanted to get the suspension changed for some real suspension that I have in the shop, but turns out I can't do that because I don't have another axle for that wheel. That wheel can't even take it right now. So gotta get some parts in. Gotta for sure do my research. But I'm thinking this might be a series. I mean, watch out for the videos. It might be, it might not be. I'm not quite sure. We'll see how it rides. But I kind of want to actually make this thing a dirt jumper. I mean, it'd be nice to have like a real one with actual parts, not just jerry-rigged as it is now. But I mean, I'll clean it up, give it for a ride tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see how it works. So I'll get these last things on, and I'll give it a test run up on the trails up there, and yeah, we'll see you there. What's going on, Trailhead ITB? So I had originally shot this video in the fall of 2024, and it is now the spring of 2025. And I was going through editing the video and realized I did a pretty crappy job both at videoing and explaining what I was doing to the bike and what I was able to accomplish. So I figured I'd just come back and do a brief explanation of what I was able to do and the benefit, and just kind of what we did off camera too. So yeah, we'll do that, and we'll give some riding clips. So let's do it. All right, so the first major thing that we were able to do off camera was get the derailleur off. So the derailleur usually kind of bolts into there. But we ended up just taking that right off so we could really tighten this chain in order to make it a single speed. It's not actually a single speed, but you can't shift it anymore. And yeah, it's basically a single speed. And impressively, the chain does not switch gears, which we thought it would. We were a little worried about, but we ended up making the chain tension tight enough so that it does not switch gears on us, and it actually works pretty well. So we just kind of tossed this chain on the middle chain ring of the 3 that we were provided with, and then just tightened the hell out of the chain. And sorry for the shadows, but yeah, so we got a semi-working single speed, so that's nice. And then, as we saw in the video, we were able to take the front brake and then the shifter off of the handlebars to kind of clean that up, get the cables all out of there. So the other things that we did were pretty minor. We just took the dork disc off of here, right out behind this. I don't know if you guys know what a dork disc is or not, but a dork disc basically is like what the manufacturer puts behind your cassette, and it's just a little piece of clear plastic. So I just kind of ripped that right off. We took off the reflectors on the thing, make it look a little more clean. But I mean, yeah, that's basically the gist. Added a couple sweet stickers. Shout out OneLife Adventure Co., our sponsor of this channel. One of. But I mean, yeah, kind of that's all we got up to. I mean, yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. So this is definitely a sketch build, but it works nonetheless, and we'll toss you guys into little ride laps. So see you there. So, I mean, after those first couple jumps I hit and some earlier riding this fall, the bike performs pretty well, actually. I'm happy with it overall. It is still quite a sketchy build, but I mean, it was cheap, it was easy. It took about 2 hours to do, and I mean, it cost me nothing, so we'll take it, you know? That's all I can ask for. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it, and for those of you who are wondering kind of why I did this, and why it's kind of neat to have a dirt jumper or a BMX bike in your collection, is just because, for one, it's a lot smaller and a lot lighter. so it's easy to maneuver around like the pump track or just dirt jumps and stuff like that. And so it's a lot lighter. I think I already said that. It's a lot lighter though, which is really important for jumping, because you don't want to be taking your massive bike and jumping at kind of slower speeds, because I mean, when you're ripping down the trail on your dual suspended bike, going quite fast on a flow trail, it's easy to jump. But I mean, when you're kind of starting from stop and don't really have much momentum, it can be kind of hard to maneuver that massive long bike. So this one's a lot shorter, a lot lighter, so a lot easier to maneuver in the air, and you know, just on the track. So that's kind of the main benefits of the the dirt jumper and stuff like that. But if you want to know more, there's tons of videos out there just kind of explaining the differences in bikes. But I mean, by no means is this a dirt jumper. It's just like a small hardtail converted into a single speed dirt jumper. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. It does the job kind of, but yeah, I'm overall pretty happy with it. So yeah, I mean, that'll be an end to this week's video. So thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in. The weather's getting nicer this spring, so trails will start to be cleaned up. So hopefully the next video you watch will be some riding footage, hopefully. But yeah, we appreciate you guys tuning in, so have a good one.